Sashi
Kuki Chukshing Metok Cham Rirab Lingshin Yende Nyempadi Zangye Shingdu Mikte Uwargi Jokun Namdak Shingla Chapar Shok Idam Guru Radna Mandalakam Niryatayami
Sangye
Chidam Sogi Chognam La Jangchu Bardu Dakni Kyapsu Chi Dagi Jinyen Yipe Sunam Ki Drola Vinshir Sangye Jupar Shok
Sangye
Jidang Zoki Chognam La Jangchu Bardu Dakni Kyapsu Chi Dagi Chinyen Gipe Sunam Ki Drola Vinshir Sangye Jupar Shok
Sangye
Chedang Sogi Chognam La Jangchu Bardu Dakni Kyapsu Chi Daki Chinyen Yipe Sunam Ki Drola Vinshir Sangye Jupar Shok.
Oh, should I go on there?
Yeah.
Oh. I believe we're here, am I right?
Yeah, we have to draw.
Am I correct? Shane Lung then?
Yeah.
Okay, so we had a verse from the Lanka Shekpa,
Journey to Lanka.
Journey to Lanka. And it was purported to predict the appearance of Nagarjuna. Okay. And to be, to anticipate something, we're not sure yet whether they're claiming that he started the middle way or not. Sorry, the mind-only school. It just mentions, they're starting with him. Okay. So keep your mind, what do you call it? Suspend judgment so far about whether they're describing who started the mind-only school. And it describes it. What was Vaidarga or something?
Vaidarga was
where he was born. Yeah.
Vaidarga.
So in the south, in the land of Vaidarga, there will come a person named Naga. Okay? And now Jetson Kappa is going to explain the prediction. Go.
Sound. Okay. Start with She Lungten.
She.
She Lungten Pe Kebu Chempo Luchu Lochok.
They would say Bai.
By
It's really Vai, but a Tibetan would say Bai.
Bay.
Yeah, Bai Dai. So they don't really distinguish between BE and BEE.
Bay Dai
Day.
Du Kutrong Ne Sangye Ki Tenpala Raptu Jungte Luyu Ne Sharap Ki Paro Tu Chimpa.
Typical Tsongkhapa sentence, by the way. It's like a paragraph.
La Sokpe Tonam Chendrang Ne Zamboling Du Tekpa Chempo Zenma Mepe Pe Sul Selwar Zepe Chir Durang Shen Ki Tepe Kawa Nyempa Selwar Zepa Uma Rikpe Sokla Sok Pe Ten Chu Nam Zeto.
One sentence, okay? What are we going to do? Tell me the English idiom.
Divine cooler.
Yes.
All right.
I work for political
I wish I
theater.
was 22 or whatever. Okay. Lung Temba?
The prediction or prophecy?
Yeah, prophecy, the Kebu. Chambu.
Individual, a great person.
Yeah, and it's basically Dagni Chambu, which is
Yeah.
Mahatma, great being. I like to say being, great being. Ludup,
Nagarjuna.
Nagarjuna, Locho.
From the southern place.
Yeah, in the southern country of India, right?
Yeah.
Vaidarga,
Vaidarga.
You do. Kutrung is the honorific of Kirpa.
Oh, really? Oh, like, so.
Yeah, so Trung is the honorific word for to be born.
Oh,
And like if you say Mr. D's birthday, it's called Trungkar Duchen.
Yeah.
So that kar means star. Karma in Tibetan means star. And Trung means to be born. And people celebrate the birthday of a High Lama, they say. Duchen means big time. So that means a holiday. And Trungkar means birthday. So Trung is the honorific for to be born. Kutrung, you don't have to say born into his holy body. I mean, in English, we don't have an honorific because Americans don't know how to be polite. Okay, as we know. Kutrung ne.
From?
Sangye Temba la Rapta Chung is an idiom meaning he took ordination. Okay, so in the teachings of the Buddha, he came out. Means he took ordination. Yeah, Rapta Chunga. So the verb is, they say la in the teachings of the Buddha, but it's an idiom for became a monk, took his ordination. Okay, so past tense of chung, right? Chung instead of njung. Okay, he became a monk. And you can make it more flowery than that, because he did. Okay, he's trying to honorificize it. Okay, they, and then from the real Luz Yul.
Country from the real land of the Nagas.
Yeah, and from the land of the Nagas, Chendang in the fourth line. Okay, Spiendang right here. That's also an idiom. It means to pull somebody's eye.
Right, Chen Risik Chen.
Yeah, like Chen Risik Chen, but it means to invite. Or to greet the appearance of somebody. So Chendang means to invite. It means to pull the eye, but it's an idiom for to invite, or what do you call that? To
Usher?
Yeah, usher in. Okay, or so he Chendang from the land of the Nagas, Shirakipata Chimbe Do.
The sutras of the perfection of wisdom.
Yeah, he ushered them back into this world. Okay, from the land of the Nagas, etc. Other sutras as well. Okay, Chendang ne, past tense chang, like chang'e, right? So all those words chang is related to den. Dembalame sangirinpache tumbala. Den means, well, recollect is without the dengbu.
Oh, to pull.
But recollect also means to pull. There was a guy, I forget his name, German, and he was mountain climbing in India when World War II started. And so he was arrested by the British and put into a camp. But they put him in a house because he can't go anywhere. He had to run all the way to Germany. Maybe it was Harry, or no, it was somebody else. But he was bored. He had to stay in the same house for 4 years. And actually escaped a few times. It might be Harrier. And then he had a Tibetan dictionary. And he discovered all these roots. And one is ten. So den means to pull. Ten means to remember. Chen tang means to interpret. Lung chang, okay? Lung chang means to quote a text. Pull the text. So it's a root. There are roots in Tibetan. They're just very difficult.
Yeah.
There's one of them. Chen Tang Ne, Zambaling Tu.
In this earth.
Yeah, in this world. So Zambaling doesn't.
This world, yeah.
What's the Sanskrit? The
Savarni
fruit falls in the water.
Savarni
The fruit. Jambu? Jambu? Okay, Zambu is a corruption of the Sanskrit Jambu. which is the name of our continent. And then they say in the Abhidharma, they say why they call our continent Jambu. It's because there's a big tree that grows near the beach, and it has a big fruit like a mango or a papaya, and when it drops in the water, it goes jumboop. And then Dvipa means continent, but Dvi means divide. Div, Pa means water. So an island divides the water, so it's called Dvipa, water divider. So this world is called Jambu Dvipa. Okay. Anyway, sometimes it refers to our continent. Sometimes it refers to our whole world. Here it's
the whole world.
yeah, in our world, Tekpa Chembo.
The Mahayana.
Good. And then he gives it a positive for the Tekpa Chembo. What does Mahayana boil down to? Sema Mepitsu.
Senma.
Yeah.
The
Senma.
teachings, the
Yeah,
the
the
method of teaching.
well, here you should say the school or the I don't know what you want to call it, philosophy, the way of thinking.
Way, yeah.
So the way which says there's no senmas, there's no signs.
No sense. Nothing
Okay.
is a sign.
Literally, senma means like if you're looking at a pot on the stove and suddenly you see the luminous image coming out of the seed in your mind, karma, and then you realize that what's out there is only signs of a pot. Color white,
Indications.
silver color, circular cover, yeah, indication. So sometimes emptiness is called semamepa, no signs, which kind of refers to the base data, which kind of refers to the raw data. You know, there's not even any silver out there, and there's not even any circle out there. Okay, even on the second level down, there's nothing. Okay. So that's a difficult phrase, and I suggest you find some sexy short thing like, you know, no signs. There's the school of no signs. You know, let people struggle with it. Okay. Selwanze.
Illuminated.
Yeah, he illuminated this system. He clarified the system. The implication is that it existed before, but
And it wasn't clear.
he clarified it. Well, it got unclear.
Right.
Well, how did he do that? Chirdu means,
Because.
no, here it means in order to.
Oh.
In order to do that, he, Selwaze, go down to that Selwaze. Now, there's a great example. If you were going to have a dictionary entry for Gusel and Sel, S-E-L, the difference between G-S-A-L and S-E-L, here's a perfect sentence to have in your dictionary. And eventually Adam should have a dictionary like that, you know. Like this would be flagged as a classic sentence. If it's a real hypertext dictionary, it should jump to this sentence. Because here he clarified a system that existed before, G-S-A-L, and then he S-E-L, wrong views.
Cleared away.
Yeah, he removed, okay, different verbs, but same root. You can feel the root, S-A-L something, S-E-L something. Okay, he cleared away tawa ngemba, wrong viewpoints. Ngemba literally means bad.
Right.
Okay, it's the opposite of yapo. Okay, but who's tawa ngemba? Rang shenkide, rang dang shenkide.
Our system and ours and theirs.
Yeah, our own Buddhist schools. You know, lower schools, and also wrong views of, you know, non-Buddhist schools, in this case, okay. He cleared away the wrong views, okay. Tsepe, and what he did to make that happen, he ze, second ze, third ze, okay. He ze, the tenchus,
Commentaries.
yeah, of the Umariktsok Druk.
The six schools of Madhyamika?
The 6 books, we listed them the other day, of reasoning of the middle way. The collection of books of reasoning of the middle way, showing the logic of the middle way. Okay, La Sopa.
Etc.
Yeah, implying that he wrote other books as well that aren't included in the 6. Okay, like Surleka, letter to the friend. Okay, good. Now, if I may point out, having read ahead, that's the end of Nagarjuna.
Oh, okay.
Has he said anything about him being involved with the mind-only school?
No, only Mahayana.
Mm-mm. Okay? So, just put that in the back of your head.
But the verse mentions Tokme next.
Say again?
The original verse talked about Master Sangha next.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, whether a Sangha has started the mind-only school, we're going to find out right now.
Yeah.
Geshe, when we talk about Mahayana, do we usually include Mahayana?
Yeah, for sure. Two of the 4 schools are Mahayana, 2 are Hinayana.
Can we say, like, it implies? Because
We're going to talk about it. It's coming. You're right, but let's see how.
Okay.
Sometimes you're wrong and we have to see how, but now you're right. Okay, De Jesu.
After that.
Yeah, meaning after Nagarjuna.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is a big jump. This
Right.
is, say, a 150-year jump.
Yeah.
Generally we say a Sangha 350 and Nagarjuna 200. If we had time sometime, we could study the lineage trees and do our own calculations, but generally scholars say 200, and I don't have any reason to disagree with that. Well, some reason, but we'll see. Jampel Tsagyu?
Manjushri.
Yeah, Sawe Gyu.
Yeah, the lineage of Manjushri. Or
No, this is not Burgyu.
oh, the teachings, the
Oh.
stream.
Yeah.
What's the Sanskrit word for Gyu?
Tantra.
Oh,
Yeah, the Tantra of Manjushri.
oh,
The root Tantra of Manjushri. He's quoting a tantric text.
oh, cool.
Okay. Sometimes I just don't I don't translate Tantra. Sometimes I say the root secret book. Because of the bad name that Tantra has in the West. So sometimes I avoid the word Tantra in a translation. The secret book of Manjushri. That sounds kind of more fun. Okay.
Right.
So RGYUD is Tantra.
Yeah.
And what's the one? Oh, BRG.
Yeah, BRGUD is lineage.
what's
And
cause?
stream mentor is Gyun, which
Yeah.
are all related.
And what's cause? RUGY?
RGYU without the D or the N.
Uh-huh.
So N or D is some kind of stream, and RGYU is just a cause.
Just cause.
SGYU,
Oh wait, guts, intestines.
yeah, guts or illusion. Guts or illusion. Illusion, Guma
Right,
double.
Guma,
Yeah.
Guts and illusion are the same spelling. Don't ask me why. Huh? What? Okay, read this, please. Master word.
Tokme, Cheje, Gelongni,
Mm-hmm.
Tenshu, Deni Dun Lake,
Good.
Dote Nye, Dun Drang We Dun,
Changwei Dun.
Trang We Dun,
It's not a D, okay? Forget D. Chang.
Trang,
It doesn't exist in English. Ta. Changwei Dun.
Trang We Dun, Nampa Mang Hoang, Raptuje,
Nje. Very important. Nje.
Raptunje,
Raptunje. Because it's an open vowel before it. Okay, here we go. Then the monk by the name of
Sangha, Tokme.
Asanga. Can you gloss how Tokme relates to Asanga?
The me is the which
Yeah,
is,
good.
which is the privative, it's
Yeah.
like the
Yeah,
negator,
good. Privative. Initial privative.
and it means like
And Sangha means to
stop, be able to stop.
to be like to hit something and stop. Okay, so Asanga means
Unstoppable.
I like to call it hot knife through butter. Okay, hot knife through butter. Just it means difficult ideas. His mind just okay. Asanga. The monk by the name of a monk. This is again a prediction, right? So a monk by the name of Unstoppable or something like that. Okay, Asanga. I think it's epithetical. There's a reason to call it unstoppable. You see what I mean? And then you might have a footnote that says that means Asanga. Because it's a prediction, and prediction should be arcane or you should have like what's he predicting? Okay. The monk named Asanga, who is a master of the meaning of
Commentaries.
of commentaries. I would read it this way. he will nje.
He will.
Nje.
He will. I mean, do. But split. Right?
Yeah, split.
Divide.
By the way, when you say open the door, you say gonje. Split the door.
Gunje.
Split the door. You see what I mean? So he will make discriminations, or he will discriminate between many kinds, namba mambo. By the way, he won't just discriminate, he'll rub the J.
Right. He'll very.
Yeah, and you find, again, don't
Right.
use prefixes.
Yeah.
Find an English word. He will tear apart, or he will, I don't know, find some literary word that means he will rip it up, shred it. When a guy's surfing very well, we say he's shredding. Shred means take a piece of paper and like this, but he's going to the wave, he's like shredding the wave, you know. That's what it means here. He's like shredding up this, the meaning of nge and jung.
Rub to.
Of nge and jung.
Definitive and
Yeah.
figurative.
What's literal and what's figurative.
Yeah.
In the sutras, okay, he will say, this sutra is what the Buddha really meant, and this sutra the Buddha was just being nice because the audience was slow, or they were sleepy, or the room was too hot. Okay, so we divide into two kinds of sutra. One where the Buddha said what he really wanted, which is called Ngedun, Nitartha, and one where he just had to say things that he didn't really accept.
Nitartha, is that the?
I think it's Nitartha and Shreyartha. You want to look it up? So you can say Ngedun or Ngepedun, okay? And then you say Changwei-dun or Changdun. Okay, and here's our Sanskrit dictionary.
Do you have a copy of this?
It's not in the draft.
There you go. Okay. Nitartha. You see there? From Ngedun. Top of the screen. Okay, got it? Got it?
Yeah. No,
Hello?
Like art goal.
Artha means dun, meaning,
same
meaning.
dun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. Okay? Nitartha. By the way, that means drawn out. Ni, ita. Ni, the prefix ni, with the verb I. So long I. Ni. Nita artha. Drawn out. Sorry, that's definite dun. Anyway.
Ngedun. Look at the drum.
Yeah, so let's cut the ngedun. You can go like this. Sorry. Oop. What you're talking? Why are you talking so much? Okay.
We don't have the text, we're just looking for the text.
What text?
This one that you're working on. Oh,
The book we're working on?
It's just not in the draft.
yeah, it's
No.
not in Dropbox.
Oh, we got it late.
Because we switched.
Here you go. Neyartha.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's somehow related to ne and I. Okay. Nita and Neya. We can talk about it someday. Okay.
Not now.
Jikten Repaten Dagni.
The teachings in this world on self.
I would read it as
Selflessness?
this great being will teach the knowledge of the world, meaning the lower sciences, or something like that. Okay. Shungje ngang so chen tigyor. Ngangba can mean duck, but ngang tsul means the way. Okay, so don't say the way of the duck. Okay, so ngang tsul is the same as tsul. You know, it's just a polite word for tsul. Okay, so he will teach the worldly subjects, right? Become a great teacher of the worldly subjects. But he will also make distinctions in the great books, in the way of the great books, okay? And his accomplishment of the knowledge, Rikpa-drupa, right? Will be called Ponyamo. Ponya means, you know, a messenger. And in Tantra, it's a word for a consort. Okay, in Tantra it means your spiritual partner. But it can also mean messenger. Like commonly, people would get messages. A Ponya would come from the Emperor of China to Tibet and give teaching or instruct. So Ponya Mo. That makes it feminine. Ponya Mo. Of Sala. Sala is a tree that produces a white incense. It's called Shala in Sanskrit. Shala. Okay. And this is a long A. This is how you show a long A in ACIP transcription. We invented that, and it's really brilliant. And I remember showing it to some great scholar, and he was like, "Whoa, that's really cool." Jeffrey Hopkins. I remember he was leaning over my shoulder, and he's like, "What's that?" And I explained it to him. He's like, "Whoa." So here's a Sala in the Tibetan dictionary. Here's Shala Kula. Okay, Sala means Shala means white sandalwood tree. Here's the white sandalwood. They call it. Here's the tree of Sala. The Virksha called Shala. Shala. It's really Shala. Oh, that's Sala, but anyway, usually it's Shala. It is Sala, I guess.
I have it in my dictionary as...
Here it's Sala. Here it's Shala. So I think it's a Damka. Sala or Shala. And here you see it defined as a white, the tree from which you get white incense. Okay. So the messenger, it's really the lady messenger of the Shala forest or something like that. Okay. Shala forest. I never heard of that. And by the way, there's a salu, which is very common, which is a kind of rice, like basmati or something. Salu jambedo is very famous. The salu sprout sutra, something like that, rice. Okay, but this is Sala. So I don't know who's the messenger of Sala, and no one gave a commentary, but I found one. Okay, and I went and got it for you. Okay, just to save you some time. And here it is.
Religious histories.
Yeah. Here's the one I wanted. This is by Chesha Rinpoche, who's a great Lama lineage from Sarah. Very great Lama lineage. And I think I used his commentary for yogas, for the YSI or something. But here's his explanation of who's the messenger lady of the Shala forest, okay? And it's just an aside, it's not an explanation, but he glosses it. And it's the only place I could find. So you don't have much choice. You can make a footnote. Dranak Igyu. Dranak is a black enemy, ebony foe. I call it ebony foe. And it's a tantric deity. Okay, and this gyu means tantra, the root tantra of the ebony enemy. It talks about the Salaponya, the messenger lady of the Shala forest, or young Chema Marmol.
Red Saraswati.
Yeah, the red Saraswati, crimson Saraswati. So if I was going to make a footnote, I would use this reference, and I'd say, apparently, this is red Saraswati. Okay. Chakni, with the one with two hands, which implies there's one with more hands. Okay. Jainang means
Permission.
her tantric ritual of permission to practice. Shindu Sabba, very profound, was described by the omniscient Jigme Wambo, okay, who wrote a druptab for sadhana for that. That's all I could find, okay? Now another reference. This is an explanation of that prophecy written by, which is in a history of the Yamantaka teachings. It's a history of the Yamantaka teachings in Tibet. And it talks about that, here's the quotation, okay, that we're working with, okay? And then it says, Salepone Drupadang, he was able to reach that deity. Like drup tap means this, sadhana means a ritual for reaching them personally, directly, angel. And then the only thing this person says about it is he did it. Okay, he got to her. He got to her. So now you have two pieces of information. She's a form of red Saraswati, and he got to her. He reached her. Okay, Drupa. Okay, got it? That's all I could find. I didn't go, crazy. I didn't look online. And that's about all there is. Okay, but if you spent a couple hours, you could come up with some more stuff. And I warn you that salag will be misspelled in many places, just short A. But how many cases in scripture did they say at this level? Thousands. So, to find salag without the messenger lady is hopeless. Okay. Something she. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Okay, or on the earth. On the earth. Okay, anyway. So people don't talk much about that part of the prediction. Okay, but De Rikpa Dupani. So in that case, it would be the secret teaching. This Rikpa can mean Tantra. So, his practice of Tantra was called his practice of Tantra was called the messenger of the Shala forest. Okay, got it? De ngaki tuyini loni sambo kewagyor. His mind became sambo.
Pure.
Yeah, by the two.
Power.
Two means power, like shuk or wong, but it implies mystical power. When you say like voodoo, like tu gyap means to curse somebody, to do a tu on somebody. But it can also mean in a good way, like mystical power, secret power, divine power, okay? There's also a rare word too, which means a kind of torma, so don't get confused. No. But it means like a cake made of special stuff. Anyway, they not. He will gain spiritual intelligence by using the mantra, the power of her mantra, Teyi, okay, that lady of the forest, okay. Demba yuning ne jechir, and in order to keep the teachings in this world, okay, future tense, ja, in order that the teaching should remain in this world, doi deni dun duche, he will write books in which he describes he summarizes the essence of the sutras. I take the yi to be misspelled here.
It's supposed to be YID?
It would just be yi. You see? I'm guessing. I'm just guessing. Let's go do what?
A vote.
A statistical vote. Okay. Here's I'm going to do the same quotation with and without the yes. Okay. And we're going to search. Let's go to Tengyur. Okay. Even older. Phil, you gave me the Tengyur cut up or something?
Yeah.
It didn't stick on that drive. I need it again. Okay. That drive is a sick drive. I'm sorry. Yeah, so give it to me again, please. Okay, here we go. Oh, you know what? Let's be really sexy and go to the Tantra itself. Okay. Where is Kangyur here? Okay. Is Geshe Michael smart or what?
One out of one.
Okay. What's the text? Look at the bottom.
Jump in.
Arya Manjushri Mula Tantra.
Right.
So this is the original. Okay.
No D, no S.
Say again?
No S.
It's the Y-I.
Yeah, no S. My prediction was correct. Okay. And let's just take a quick glance.
So it's the connecting particle there?
Totally change again. He will summarize the essence of the sutras. rather than the sutra will summarize the essence.
Oh.
You see what I mean? Okay. Jita Rekpa Tendangi. Shungjeng Lang Sicilian Day Repatupati. There's a little bit difference. Day Rikpa Drupa D, right? Day Rikpa Drupa Ni. I like D better. It's not a big difference, but the original is more clear that the practice that he will focus on, D, is that of the Lady of the Forest of Shala. Okay, all right. Yeah, this is also Asanga. Loni. Let's leave it up. But if it were me, I would cut it, Command exit, and go make a footnote. And I would note slight variations that can be interpreted as something significant. The yi definitely is big. That's a big difference. Okay. And again, that's why, because we have the database, we're making the books even more pure than they were before. Doi deni dunduche. Lo ni ga dang ngap chur tso. This spelling of tso, with an M it means ocean. With a ao, it means to sustain, to feed, or to live a certain number of years. Guess what it is here?
Live a certain number of years.
Yeah.
105?
100 and ngapchu.
Oh, 50?
Mm-hmm. And then the R is for. He will live for 150 years, or he will live to 150 years. Okay. In English, we would say he will live to the age of 150. Okay. This is the Tso in Rakshita, Shanta Rakshita, for example. She would Tso. That's a common place. Rakshita means to protect somebody, to sustain somebody. It's what parents do to kids. Okay, you are the sower of Valentino. De lu shigne sayundro. I'll give you a clue. Shik here is the past tense of jik.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not one.
It's not the word one?
It's not the word one, it's the past tense of njik.
Alright, so jik is either perish or...
Yeah, it is perish, yeah. So what's it say?
His body would...
His body
would perish. And
will perish, and he will draw.
He will go to the land of the angels.
Yeah, land of the gods. Okay? When his body perishes. This is all a prediction, right? He will go to the land of the gods. Korowa namsu korowa na. I take it to be that Hlayu is not an enlightened Hlayu, it's higher realms. Okay? Because this next line says, he will circle in the circle of samsara, in samsaric birth. Wow. He will circle in samsaric birth. Okay? I take it that way. And he will have a lot of pleasure for a long time. He will enjoy Jason Yongwa. He will enjoy happiness in those God realms. Yun Ring means long time, for a long time. And then this dog, then he will, by the way, Gi, G-Y-I-S, in rare cases is a verb that means to do. Sorry. Okay? In 1% of cases. It's often spelled with a vowel, B-G-Y-I-S. But the past tense is exactly the same as the instrumental case. So good luck.
That's terrible.
It's to do.
Targi is fairly common, so luckily he will put an end to. This Mahatma, Dangi Chambo, will put an end to samsara. You see, sansara. And he will chanchu top.
And he will achieve bodhisattva.
No, chanchu. Enlightenment.
Enlightenment.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
it's not Jantra.
Yeah, without the sattva, semba.
Okay.
So he will live to 150. He'll die and go to a higher realm, higher samsaric realm, having spent many lifetimes in these higher realms, and having enjoyed himself for a long time. He will bring things to conclusion, targi. He will bring things to the conclusion of any great being, and he will become a Buddha. Got it? That's the prediction of Asanga. Okay. Now Jetsakapa is going to explain that prediction. Okay. She lung ton ben lopen.
Now the prediction of the master.
The master predicted in those words. Okay.
Mhm.
The master predicted in those words is Tokme.
Is Asanga.
Now, this drup is a tantric drup, drup top kadup. It's the drup and drup top, which means what?
Practice.
To
Ritual for
reach
reaching
an angel.
Mm.
Okay, so the 2 levels of tantra. First level, reach angels. Second level, they teach you how to become an angel. Kyerim and Zogrim. Okay, so this drup means this is present continuous tense. Doop, 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 doop. For how many years?
Sadhana.
12 years. He will doop, doop, doop.
On my trail.
Okay. The Arya Maitreya. And this is a little tricky because it's not the Arya Maitreya, it's the Hla Maitreya. So there's a Maitreya who was a student of Lord Buddha, who was a human, and became an Arya, okay, a Bodhisattva. But obviously there's a Maitreya who's a deity in Buddha heaven. And in fact, my assignment in my pre-Geshe exam was Jamshung, which is a debate from the Abhisamalankara about whether Maitreya is an Arya or a Buddha. And the conclusion of that debate, to save you 22 years, is that in Sutra he's a Bodhisattva, in Tantra he's already a Buddha. So maybe he's making a joke here or something. He didn't try to reach the Arya Maitreya, he tried to reach Maitreya as a deity. So you might have to translate Pakpa here as exalted rather than Arya. Okay, you might have to say the exalted. Or he may be making a joke that while he was drooping, Maitreya was just an Arya. But when he drooped, right? Because he had trouble reaching Maitreya. The dog story, okay? He practiced for 12 years, and then finally, Shell honorific of Dong.
Oh, saw the face.
Yeah, then he finally saw the face. You know, Shell Sik means to see person in the flesh. Okay, he saw him in English we say in the flesh. It means not like in a prayer. He met him like this. Shell Sik.
But it's specifically a high being because it's both honorific.
Yeah, this now by this part of the sentence, Maitreya became a Hla. Okay, it's very cool. And so your English translation, if you're really sensitive, the reader should think, oh, he's trying to reach the sky. Oh, it was a Buddha. You see what I mean? Okay, Shall Seek Day. After he saw, this day is the colon of consecutiveness. First he drooped, then he shall seek, and then he jun past tense to go. It's the honorific of song. Shek. He went to
Gandhin.
Yeah, to Shida. He went to Maitreya's heaven and took dictation. Okay, all right. So Jampe Chunga. Jampe Chunga in modern Tibetan is called Jamchunga. Jamchunga. The 5 books of Maitreya. He took dictation. Maitreya spoke them and Asanga wrote them. They say there's a long story, we can read it someday. for him it felt like he was there like 3 days or something, and then he was gone for 12 years or something like that. You know. So Jampe Chunga, the 5 books of Maitreya. So, by the way, I will always put a footnote when it's the 5 anything. I'll always put a footnote and say, here's the name of the 5. Okay, Abhisamankara, Uttanamje. You can list them all. And it'll be in Sikh, okay? It'll be in the Tsingzu Chimbo. There'll be a good listing of the 5. And the Lama who wrote that is still alive, and he's amazing. He's a Chinese government congressman from part of Tibet, and he's a great scholar. He's a very cool guy. He's very short, very kind of shy, and a very tough scholar. And he wrote that dictionary. That's the 2 big blue books there. Is 2 of the 3 books. It's like 6,000 pages. I'm missing one of my books. Okay. Anyway, that's a good place to get 5 of this or 10 of that. San is the honorific for Nyen.
To listen?
Yeah. He learned, he listened to the 5 great books of Maitreya. Okay. So when you make a record of all the teachings that a Lama received in his lifetime or her lifetime, it's called a Senyik, a listening record. And we have a category in the database, just Senyiks. Okay. So he listened to the 5, okay? And then lar means back to.
We went back to Earth.
Back to Zamling.
Back to the regular world.
Yeah, and then back in the Zamling, he care the Jamchunga.
He taught it? Spread
No, what's care mean?
Put into writing?
Care means to carry.
Oh.
He carried the Jamchunga back to the earth. Okay, care. Care Jun means he came carrying. Okay, he came back carrying. And then Rang Niki Kyang, and then on his own, he wrote books also. So Rang Niki Kyang means on his own as well. He wrote Tekpa Chenpo Duba, summaries of the Mahayana, etc. Okay, and now here's the punchline. You know, and this nay is not a nay of sequence. It's a nay of by that or through that way. Okay, so there's nays of sequence and there's nays of causation. By doing so, he tupa the Semsang Su.
He began the mind-only school?
Yeah, he founded the mind-only school, the viewpoint of the mind-only school. Okay, and not only founded but Gyepar.
Yes.
Yeah, he what do you call it?
Proliferated?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Like,
What am I gonna do about this little thing here? And why is it?
That's
Oh,
when I pray.
okay, it finished. So that I put in bold, again in bold, I put my footnotes to myself. When I do Lam Rim teaching, there's hundreds of them. And just to make sure I don't take it as part of the text, I'll put this in front of it. I'll put a curly brace. So those of you, and I publish those notes. She publishes them somewhere. And they are very extensive. So for the Lam Rim, so that's the note where we confirm that he reached that deity. And this is the note where that deity is identified as Red Saraswati. Although, to be honest, it's the only reference to her that way that I found in a quick search. Now, maybe if you dig, you'll find some other stuff. But I didn't even find any Tibetan who explained that line in the prediction. No Tibetan has touched that line. Okay, beyond to say he reached her. Okay, got it? True past tense. Okay.
Would we be taking things too literally to say then that the 5 great books are by Maitreya and anything else that's attributed to a Sangha we can attribute to a Sangha?
I think so. I think you can say that.
Okay.
I think you can say that. Yeah, I'm not aware that he brought back any other books by Maitreya
Okay.
or by anybody else.
Okay.
So his big achievement is the Bodhisattva Bhumi and the Shravaka Bhumi. And Art, my enemy, translated it. He's the only person who tried to translate it. He spent like 10 years on it, and it's published.
Wow. Yeah.
You know, like
It was like
5 years ago or something.
What is that?
No, recently he published something by Vasubandhu.
Yeah. Yeah.
But extremely difficult. You know, to presume to translate it is sexy.
Wow.
You know, difficult. Okay.
We started at 7, so if you want to save time for expostulation sometime, we should stop at 5.
Maybe we take a break at 8 and see if it's a good time to do that. Comprendo? Okay. But I want to do one more verse. Jikedu, as they, you know, Jikedu means as the scripture says. And he doesn't say which scripture. And I'm just going to gloss it quickly, okay? Jikten kuna penchir, in order to help the whole world, okay? Jikten kuna penchir. Tokme jechawa, the person named the Sangha. Chu gyungi tinginsen, I love this word, I love this idea, you should learn it. Do you know it?
Dharma stream.
Yeah, he reached the
Level.
state of meditation called the stream of the Dharma. And what happens when you reach that state?
To remember all the teachings that you ever got.
Yeah, this life or past life. You just go boom and you remember everything. Okay? Every teaching you heard in the last 10,000 lifetimes. This is, I think it's part of Joy Lam.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So something happens. By the way, I don't think it's as literal as people say. I think you get an instinct, but you don't remember I was sitting there and the Lama said this and this and this. You gain a sort of a mystical insight into scripture because of all of the thousands of lifetimes. But it's not that you can remember this Lama taught me this 10 million years ago or something like that. I don't, it's not like that.
Word might remember.
Yeah.
I remember the content, the Dhamma.
Yeah.
I just
Then when you read a book, you're like, oh, that's what it says. And people say, how do you know that? And you say, I don't know. You know, it's like that. You just get this feelings, instincts from many past lifetimes about the meaning of books and things like that.
Before
Yeah, before, just before.
how
in-
did you get that?
Huh? Lots of meditation, lots of guru yoga, lots of service of poor people. Those are the classic. Lots of meditation, lots of study.
The same guy who just
Yeah, yeah, same. Because it happens in the few months before that. Okay. Okay. Chukingitins and Topki, by the power of that kind of meditation, Changpe Duti Gin, Papa Mito Shokip, brought on by, okay, I'm talking about here, brought on by, triggered by, is Chugyungitin Zen. This is tough, okay? Duti Gin means the stream of deathless nectar. Okay, the stream of deathless nectar from the lips of the Arya, right?
The invincible Arya.
Mipam. Mipam is another word for Maitreya. It means
Undestroyed.
unbeatable.
Oh,
Pam means to beat somebody in a sports contest or to lose your vows sometimes, pamba. But it means to be beaten.
so invincible.
Yeah, the invincible one. By the way, it's not unusual to call Buddhas Aryas because they're just super Aryas. So it's not, you're not dissing a Buddha by calling them an Arya, okay? They're also Aryas. They don't stop being Aryas when they become Buddhas, okay? Papa Mipam Shelki Bumane, from the vase of the lips of Maitreya, the stream of nectar, Lukpa, which will be poured from that vase into him. It's very beautiful. Luk means to pour. Like to pour somebody a beer or something, it's called lukpa. When you discuss the vow against alcohol, we are not allowed to drink and we are not allowed to lukpa. You see, we are not allowed to pour it for someone else. Okay, so that's the most common use of this verb, balukspa. Okay, lukpa. So, but this means from the. Don't forget that vase in Tibet meant a water
Pitcher.
cooler,
What?
because we didn't have pipes.
Uh-huh.
We didn't have water pipes. So every morning you went to the well, you got a big vase of water, you brought it home. So it's really a water pitcher. And every room in the house had a bumba. So when you debate, the subject is often a bumba, because it's like a pen. You're trying to choose something that's in everybody's room. So I think vase is a little misleading, because vases are used for flowers. But bumba is a water pitcher that's in every room in ancient India, for washing and for drinking, because there's no pipes. There's just ladies who carry this thing on their hip. You send the hip.
Vessel?
Yeah, I like lukpa. Then sembe nyimba. Nyimba, I looked it up because I don't know it. Apparently it means to put your hands like this to hold water. Okay, but here it's, he listened, he used his listening to capture the water pouring out of the vase, the deathless nectar pouring out of the vase, okay? And then sulwa can mean, sundeb can mean to supplicate, but the word sulwa by itself can be the honorific of partake. You know, he drank the deathless nectar from his two hands that was poured out of the water pitcher, the water dispenser of the Arya unbeatable one, and that was a stream of nectar. And I bow down to him. I bow down to the person who did that. Now, if I want to go look for this quotation anywhere, I will take the weirdest word in there. What's the weirdest word in there?
Name.
Yeah, great. Nyimba. Okay, all right. So again, don't make it too long. Okay, don't make it too long.
Nimbe Sul seems.
You can say Nimbe Sul. Okay. Let's start with Nimbe Sul, and don't even do the wa. Why? Because 3% of the typings will say pa by accident. So you don't need it. I haven't done this yet. I'm curious. Who is he quoting?
We don't know.
Well, we're about to find out. So we can start with the Teng. Well, I always start with the Sumbum because the Tengyur is often spelled differently, and some Lama will say where it's from. Oftentimes, not always. Okay, and I know we're running over time, but that's unusual.
There it is.
There it is. Said Dodel. Commentary to the praise of the level. Okay. Okay. Said Dodel. Let's keep going. Maybe someone else gave it a different name. Said Dodel. Wow, this one's long. Maybe this is it. No. Oh wow, it goes back a long way. I'm gonna skip this one. This says GK-do. It doesn't tell you where it's from. And this is our text.
Okay. Yeah, that was it.
And no further matches. So, Said Dodel. Well, let's go check the Tengyur. If it's a tupa, it's in the Tengyur. If it's a classic tupa, it's in the Tengyur. Dee 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 dee. That's it. And the reference is, by the way, it's one of one, okay, down here. This is the only one. So this has to be it. It's an explanation of a Sangha's Yogacara Bhumi.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Okay, his explanation of the Mahayana teachings. Okay, Yogacara Bhumi. Okay,
This is somebody else.
who wrote this commentary? FN right arrow. FN right arrow. Ready?
Okay.
Deep. Okay, and you go down here to the end of the book. And it doesn't say who wrote the book. Then you go to the Tohoku number down here, 4043. You open up another screen. You say 4043. And you go to the Tohoku Tengyur. And it says Jina Mitra, but they're not sure. There's some question about it. Okay. Okay. If you really are interested, sometimes the native catalog gives information that the Tohoku doesn't. So you would go to Neljun Chipe Sa, okay? Neljun Chipe Sa, okay? And you would go to the native catalog, which is down here. These are all the catalogs of the Tengyur in one folder. Parpa Tomeke Zebe Sadengai. Dambo, the first of Arya Sanga's 5 books on the levels. The Neldra Chipisai. That's the reference for that, for the root text by a Sangha. Here, the explanation to the Shravaka Bhumi was by Jina Mitra. Okay, Jina Mitra. And here's the definition of here's Jina Mitra helped translate it. Okay? Here it is. Tudra. Here's where it's also called Tudra. Okay? A commentary of praise. Dila ngunki nenchen nachen le Jina Mitra shepa she. According to a footnote in a certain ancient manuscript, it was written by Jina Mitra. It is said. So it's an attribution and not a direct quotation of he's probably the author, but not sure. So the Tohoku, that's where you see the skill of the Tohoku people. They put a question mark, you know. They read the native catalog and said it's questioned by 300 years ago. Cool?